Alright, I guess I'm going to design some legs for the new press brake that I've got, and kind of have some roughed out drawings on paper, but for the most part I don't necessarily have everything figured out, so I guess bear with me on that. I know my overall height that I want is 32 inches from the working surface, and from the working surface to the bolting platform on the brake is 12 inches, so that puts me at 20. And I've also got some 2.5 inch or some 2-inch casters that are 2.5 inches from the mounting point, so the caster height. So the stand that I'm going to make needs to be 17.5 inches. So I guess I'll just start off with a line, and I mean I can go to these features over here or draw and lines, but I'm good with the software and the point that I start to use the shortcut keys. So I mean, I'm just gonna say, I try to say when I use it, so L for line and things like that. But let's see, how am I gonna, I think I'm actually gonna go ahead and start with a W for a rectangle, and I want my base to be a little bit wider than the top, so I'm gonna go with a X dimension at 16, then comma, and my Y dimension, so my height again here is going to be 17.5. And then bring it back down to 0, 0. So then from there I've got I'm going to explode that, so Control X, and then find my middle point, so line, and then M is a snap to middle, so M up top as well. And then I'm going to go from this endpoint or this intersection. What I'm going to do is at the top, I know this is 16, so I want the top to be 12. So what I need to do is, 16 minus 12 is 4, and then divide that by 2 going each direction. So I need to have this offset 2 inches in. So O for offset 2 inches, hold Control so that it's a copy. Not that it really matters. I mean, honestly, what I really should do is just delete that, so I shouldn't have even held Control. Then I'm going to just make a line and go from this line, from this endpoint E up here to this intersection I. And then same thing, line L, intersection I, endpoint E. And so this is the basic shape so far. So trim this off with the hotkey. There's X, and then I can get rid of these lines. And since this doesn't need to be a complete solid piece, I'm going to start off by joining it, and then I'm going to offset and do 2 inches. So, and I'm going to hold Control to copy, and I'll have a box something like that. And then you can get as fancy as you want to get with this. Really, it's doesn't really matter, but for this purpose I'm just going to keep it open. Then I've also got I'm going to explode this once more so that I can start working with these outside lines, because there's going to be some bends on that where just some tabs. This one, I guess I'm gonna do an offset of 2 inches again and control and copy it so it's like that. I'm gonna do it for all 4 sides, and then zoom in on this portion. So with these bend lines, now I can do a line from the endpoint to this intersection to the endpoint, and I'm going to go around and do all that. So alright, so now with those done, I'm going to probably going to go ahead and put a circle on these intersections as well. So this is going to be more for a relief. And so the circle shortcut, Q, center of circle, or type diameter. So it doesn't have to be big, just something to, I'm going to say, a 1/4 inch. And the center is going to be on this intersection. So I'm going to go ahead and put those around everything. But what I'm going to end up doing here is also just trim out what I don't need. So it's going to cut like that. Should be able to pick this and join. So now this is all one spot, one piece. This would be an alright time if you were going to do anything fancy in here to put that design work in. Again, I don't necessarily think that it's not needed, and I don't have anything planned, so for this video I'm not going to put it in. But okay, I almost forgot this portion. I needed to put some bolting holes in for this on the top flange. I've already done this side, but I figured I'd show you guys this side as well. And so what I did here is just a circle with Q, and my diameter is, I'm putting a 3/8 bolt, so 375, so I'm going to put a .380 hole in just for some wiggle room, and put it on the intersection. And you can copy with C, copy from the intersection, move to the other intersection. And this is how I'm making a slotted hole, just for alignment reasons. And by doing that, then I can do a line from intersection to intersection, and again from intersection to intersection. And then from here, it's just kind of a little bit of a, I don't know, like a trim fest, whatever you want to call it. And just get rid of the junk. And then delete all this, so. I'm also going to go ahead and put a couple of 3/8 holes down here for bolting the casters on this flange. So what I gotta do here, just offset 1 inch and go there, and over here. Again, just holding control down while you click on the side of the line makes it copy versus moving it. And then put in a circle, Q, .380. I know that's plenty of clearance, but it's what I do, I guess. So circle 380, circle 0.380 on this intersection as well. And then just get rid of these lines that are unnecessary now. Go ahead, just click anywhere and hit J for join. Makes it all the one piece. These apparently did not like to join themselves, so individually click those and join them. And then do the entire group and hit G for group, and now it's all moves as one piece. Another thing that I did do is I went into my settings once more for my bend line conversion, and I changed my bend percent to 5 instead of 20, and what that does is makes it a smaller amount of material that remains. So then it's easier to manually bend. This will be made out of some 3/16 hot rolled, so it's easier to bend it, and I'm probably still going to score that when I bend it, but that's a different video. So just figured I'd show you guys these parts that I missed. So, but what I'll do now is just I'm going to join this into a group and then move it so that it's all on in the cutting area. I'm going to copy it from anywhere. Do ortho O, so that I'm only working on these angles. Come over here and then rotate it with R and 180 degrees. Move it so that it's somewhat close like this. And then these are pretty much my parts. I can do N for doing a cut path, and automatically convert my bend lines. Yes, that's what I want. Automatically convert holes inside. Yes, that's what I want. And I'll do this one as well. And just to finish up, I'm going to go ahead and select them all and do a cut preview. And so this is what it's going to look like as it cuts, and I guess this will be the end of, not necessarily a tutorial, but this designing portion of this project, more or less. So, as always, I'd like to just thank you guys for hanging in there with me, and if you have any ideas or comments, leave them in the comment section, and we can try and get a video made for you guys like that.